Hello, David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. Welcome back. We are on hallowed ground. And I don't think I'm being too dramatic when I say that. We are in Tom Ford in the lounge that Daniel Craig was fitted for many of his movies, including No Time to Die. And what a better place to really interview this gentleman right here, Harris Thomas from Dressing Like Bond. Harris, welcome.
David, cool, thanks for having me, man. It's been a long time.
I know. We wanted to find the right place and the right time for the Bond community.
I can't imagine this being not the best spot ever to have this video.
I know, and this is unusual because, you know, this was granted to us. We have this space. So for the next 25 minutes or so, you're mine. Don't be nervous.
No one's going to watch me for 25 minutes.
That's true.
Honest.
All right, well, hold on a second. Harris Thomas,
Yeah.
you know, you're a young, what I call influencer in the Bond community. Tell us about what is Dressing Like Bond.
Dressing Like Bond, so it's me, but I'm fortunate that my day job allows me to kind of wear what I want to wear, and every day I want to dress like James Bond. So not cosplay, but more like just wear the items and fit that to my lifestyle and what I do. So
what do you do?
I am a furniture salesman.
Yes, you are.
Not a fake furniture salesman as Roger Moore was in Octopussy, but
that's not a true thing.
That was his cover. Furniture manufacturer's rep.
I did not even know that.
I'm a furniture salesman, so I'm a sales representative for a manufacturer.
That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So at the end of the day, I get to incorporate what I do every single day, which is wear a jacket, wear some pants, wear some shoes, whatever, like everybody else. But I try to choose the James Bond items that I like and incorporate that in my daily wear, wherever I am, whether that's New Orleans, Las Vegas, Philadelphia, New York.
So we got to get some housekeeping rules here.
Yeah.
So you are primarily Instagram, which is perfect for your age. Do you mind we aging you? What is your age?
I am 26 years old.
26. Let's stop there for a moment. So what I love about this is the Bond community is connected not by age, but by experiences. And as a 26-year-old, you've connected with an Instagram following that's gone from a few people to 100 people to 1,000 people to multiple thousands of people so quickly. What do you think is the reason for that popularity?
Genuinely have no idea. Genuinely.
Yeah. You really got a finger on the pulse of things.
I think people like seeing a younger person do this hobby.
Yeah.
I don't think there's very many people my age out there embracing the James Bond lifestyle like I do.
True.
And on top of that, it is the biggest motivation for me to go out and work. At the end of the day, if I don't sell furniture, I can't do any of this. So for me, it allows me to get up every morning, go out, sell some furniture, and then come hang out, in New York with a bunch of my closest friends.
This is
James
huge.
Bond related.
So this is, I love when people define their why. And the why behind your James Bond connection is really the lifestyle. I mean, you do live the lifestyle of James Bond. So your impetus to work, your fitness, your focus, your drinking and all those things is really about the why behind living the James Bond lifestyle. But what I love about, and this is the reason why I wanted to really interview Harris, is that you create these particular moments on Instagram that say, you know something, I'm getting up in the morning and I'm using florists. Not because it's Bond, because I love florists.
Who doesn't love florists?
Well, exactly. And I'm dressing this way and I'm connecting with Tom Ford and then Peel and Oliver Brown because that is just my natural habitat. So is this a natural thing for you now to dress like Bond?
I don't need Instagram. I don't need this video. I don't need pictures.
Oh, screw you. You don't need this
No
video.
offense. Who's the Bond Experience?
I don't know.
I still remember your first video in your kitchen.
Stop it. I was very rounder back then. Keep going.
I'm a florist junkie. I'm a fanboy.
I can see the track lines. It's disturbing.
I love florists. Yeah. I mean, I shave every day with a florist shaving bowl.
And you can see the results because he's got a full beard. What do you mean you shave? Oh, you trim. Okay.
You got to trim up. But no, I mean, regardless of all this stuff, if Instagram wasn't a thing, if social media wasn't a thing, I wear this on a day-to-day basis, regardless of who's seeing me, who isn't seeing me. This is me. And I'm dressing like Bond, and dressing like Bond is me. My customers see me. You guys see me. See me, for better or for worse. You see me.
Now the name Dressing Like Bond, you had a lot of things to choose from. I mean, you could have chose the Bond Armory. You could have chose James Bond Canada. You could have chose Being James Bond. Well, you wouldn't have chosen that because let's be realistic here. But dressing like Bond, is it because of when you go to your wardrobe and you swipe open that wardrobe, are you starting to think and dress like Bond?
I used to, but I think it has become so natural to me that like we all look for our style inspirations,
our moments.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm no fashion designer and know what's right and what's wrong.
Quite the opposite. You're a train wreck.
I'm a train wreck, but I go, you know what? If Sean Connery wore this or Daniel Craig wore this, I want to look like that, quite frankly. So I'm going to go pull that out of my closet.
And by the way, I love your age, and I love that you're using emulation because every generation has used icons, whether it's Paul Newman, Steve McQueen, Daniel Craig. They've used these icons to really help them dress. So I have a question for you. Here we go. So you have turned your dressing like James Bond into something very different because you have started to live the James Bond lifestyle in connecting with Bond girls. What is this magnetism that you have? Can you name the Bond girls that you've bedded? I assume you've bedded them.
I really hope my girlfriend Laura is not watching this.
No, she doesn't watch this stuff.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Nobody watches
Well, let's see. There's Jane Seymour. You might have heard of her.
I have heard of her. She's beautiful, classic. We're joking about the bedding thing.
Absolutely stunning. Yes. There's Britt Ekland.
Britt Ekland. My gosh, how was she in real life?
Quite pleasant, actually. Quite pleasant.
What do you mean, actually? You seem surprised. She seems amazing. The way she hit that guy over the head with a giant wrench. I mean, that takes talent.
I was expecting her in a bikini, but that didn't happen. And then Maud Adams was there at dinner that night. And let me tell you what.
Two-time Bond girl.
I got to tell you something.
What? Tell me.
For the longest time, Ava Green was my favorite Bond girl.
You switched.
Obvious reasons.
Dude, Evergreen watches this. Be careful. What?
But let me tell you, after having dinner with Maud Adams, I got to tell you, Maud Adams is my favorite Bond girl.
Why?
She is the nicest, most elegant, most classy, she had a conversation with me and my girlfriend for over 2 hours over a drink. And we didn't talk about James Bond. She sat there and looked at me in the eye, and we actually talked furniture.
She looked at you in the eye? Because that's creepy as hell.
I know. It's crazy. Wow. But I'm sitting there looking at Octopussy. Waiting for,
Why don't you raise your eyes a little bit higher?
I was waiting for, Louis Jourdan to, walk through. I don't know.
And nobody took a sheep eyeball or anything like that?
But, she was just amazing. She was the kindest person in the world.
Right.
And at the end of the day, having that experience to be able to say I had dinner with this person, whatever, transcends any looks or photos or just I could listen to her talk. And Laura and her talked about Norway, and
really,
it was surreal to see my significant other.
How did you end it with Maud Adams? At the end of the night, do you go Maud? First of all, do you call her Maud or do you call her Mrs. Adams? And then do you say hey, next time you're in my area? How does that end?
Well, I doubt she's watching this, so
let's pretend.
I got a hug.
Whoa. But no kiss on the cheek.
I got her contact information.
Whoa.
And
cell phone.
We're gonna, she's into furniture fashion.
Yeah.
And she is into going to the trade shows that we do for furniture that Jane Seymour goes to and whatnot. We're gonna hopefully have her out at one of our furniture trade shows in about 6 months.
Joking. So how do you do this? Do you just start chatting them up?
I've always had the mindset that everyone's a real person.
Yes, they are.
I've been fortunate enough to meet Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
He's a normal person.
Yep.
Maud Adams is a normal person.
Yep.
And I just talk to them like they're normal people. And believe it or not, I don't talk to them about James Bond because that's the last thing that any of them want to talk about. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
You talk about normal life, what's going on in their life, and learn more about them. And when they realize that
you're not a creepy, crazy
guy that they have to be worried about, but also that you genuinely like them for the James Bond stuff, but you care enough about them to find out about what do they do outside of Octopussy and the Man with the Golden Gun.
Yeah.
And I learned all about Maud Adams' life and what she does now, and her husband and what they're doing, and their 3 homes and all that stuff.
Yeah. Harris, where are you from?
I'm originally from North Carolina.
So there's a lot of discussion out there in the Bond community that you are the recreation of Sheriff Pepper.
A secret agent?
On whose side?
What are you?
Now, you just came from New Orleans. We'll show some clips here.
Yeah.
Do you feel that affinity to the South and to that character? Do you feel like there's a correlation?
Honestly, not at all. But I'm happy to take that, because I don't see anyone else out there going out to where the boat jumped over.
It's unique.
In the middle of nowhere, New Orleans.
You went there.
I did.
What are you? Some kind of doomsday machine, boy? A secret agent? On whose side?
It's called Phoenix, Louisiana.
Did you go there by yourself?
I went with 2 other guys, and they regret it. I don't, but they regret it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was closed off, but you could see where you could go. But I'm just like sitting there going, boy, all day long.
That's not good.
It's not good.
Boy is not happy.
It's not okay.
It's not a happy thing to call somebody.
No, I'm going to get a lot of flack down in the comments.
No, but
below.
you're a young guy and you're very progressive, and you like James Bond. So
but yeah, I mean, it's certainly cool to see a Southern personality get represented in the Bond world. It's nice.
I think you're an amalgamation of some interesting things. First of all, dressing like Bond. There's a handful of lifestyles. You've got Matt Spazer, you've got Remmert, you've got Peter Brooker, you've got myself, and I think you've got you. And you don't have too much. I mean, you could fit on one hand, really, in the Bond community, all the people that emulate the Bond lifestyle from a haberdashery standpoint, and I include you in that. But then you tie the Southern aspect and the young person aspect. I mean, you and Matt Spazer really kind of connect on that, younger generation. Thankfully, when I die off, and God knows, being James Bond, Joe Darlington's going to die before anybody else.
Any minute now.
My God, it's so obvious.
Time flies.
Right. I mean, you guys got to really take over and carry the franchise, so good for you. All right, couple questions.
Yeah.
I got a good one for you.
Yeah.
You're sitting on a Sunday morning. Laura's feeding you grapes, as I'm sure they do in the South. And all of a sudden, you get a phone call from Eon. And it's a senior level executive from Eon. And they go, Harris, pretend it's an English accent. Harris, we really like what you're doing. It's very authentic. We are going to grant you any Bond experience that you want. You could hang glide with a cigar in your mouth. You could be on a movie. You could be an extra in a film. What Bond experience do you choose?
I'm going to blow your mind here, maybe.
Maybe you will, but I doubt it.
I don't want to be in a movie.
All right.
What I want to do is be a part of costume design, some sort in there. And when I say that, I mean...
With Cedarot. Like the costume designer.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be there and watch the meetings.
Yes.
I've been fortunate enough to be in some meetings with a TV show that I really like and watch what happens between the main actor and the costume designer. You said it, I didn't. I want to watch how that goes on with Daniel Craig or the person who's James Bond.
Yes.
And I want to be there to see how the things are chosen and how things are fitted.
Yes.
And watch that kind of come together. But I want to see that happen 6 months from when they actually shoot.
With a James Bond thing.
Yeah.
They have the room littered with images and items, probably similar to this, where they just litter it with images and they're poking things out.
Because they're filming, they just wrapped up filming in Matera, Italy.
They did.
Granted, 6 months ago, they probably had a war room filled with light blue button-down collars with maroon ties and suede shoes. I want to see that room before it happens, because I think it comes full circle there.
I love
that's my answer to your question.
All right, dressing like Bond.
Yeah.
Got a couple more minutes. What do you see the vision of the future? Where's dressing like Bond going today?
Hopefully, we keep on doing what we've been doing, because it's clearly been successful, and we thank you guys for that. I mean, posting experiences, posting location videos. Evidently, people really like seeing the 1972 version of For the French Quarter in New Orleans with Harris with the No Time to Die Joe sunglasses on in the same photo. That's a cool photo. So people have liked that.
All right.
I want to keep doing that. I want to keep doing more videos.
Good. Do more videos.
Do more videos.
Sure. Yes.
I feel like I have a weekly text from you that says, "Hey man, do more videos."
Do more videos.
I'm not going to be friends.
I always get on people for doing more videos.
I've been there.
Because if you do an image, that's one image. If you do the video, it's 1,000 images tied together as a video. Your resonance goes up.
Well, there's a rumor out that I'm going to London in a few weeks.
Is that true?
That's what I hear.
What's the date?
October 28th.
And you're going to stay at Duke's?
We are staying at Duke's.
You're going to go see Alessandro?
Yeah, we are.
Oh boy,
We are.
dude, you're gonna have the ultimate
Do a little
vest.
David Mason. We're going to.
You're gonna go to some of the Bond brands.
Our friend AJ Chowdhury is going to take us around for a little bit.
He's the man.
Shout
Absolutely.
out to AJ.
Yeah. So are you going to be filming? Are you going to be videotaping?
We're going to do videos.
Is Laura going to be videoing you?
She unfortunately is, whether
She's
she
a
knows that
pale
or not.
shape of
She's going
Danielle,
to.
though.
I'm sure she's out there shaking her head right now, going, I don't know what he's talking about. But we're going to do that.
Yeah.
But so the future of Dressing Like Bond is more location videos,
Good.
more location pictures.
Yes, more videos.
More travel, more living the lifestyle.
Yes.
Because
more
I have
faux pas, more explosive moments.
I have a lot of life left to live at 26 years old.
But you don't because you only eat French fries.
By the way, I'm dying at 30.
Yeah.
So we have 4 more years
Everybody
left.
should know, and probably this is a great place to post in the discussion here, your goodbyes, as opposed to comments, because you only eat fried food, but mostly French fries. So I would say you have a body of an 85-year-old. Your heart is a 95-year-old. By the time this post, he could be dead. This might be a eulogy. Would you say that's accurate?
You know, as long as I'm buried in the Globetrotter box that's not being shown in this video.
But it's shown now.
Not sponsored by Globetrotter, but thank you, Globetrotter, for providing this box for us today.
Globetrotter, if we can arrange for his ashes and bones, let's combine this because it's not going to hold his
If I
ashes.
could be buried in a Globetrotter box,
Yeah.
it's the same price as a coffin. So, I mean, it
Yeah.
might as well.
That would be great. So, Globetrotter, get in touch with us if you'd like to sponsor.
At Dressing Like Bond.
Dressing Like Bond's funeral. Bollinger, we have
New
the
Orleans.
champagne.
In New Orleans.
Why do you want to be buried in New
You gotta
Orleans?
do the live and let die.
Dude, they're going to fry your bones. Everything's fried
yeah.
with like powdered sugar.
But I like fried.
Yeah, Murray Gillespie of James Bond Canada would eat that, but that's another story. Harris, thank you for joining
Thanks
us.
for having me, man.
This has
It's been a long time.
Amazing. I know it has been.
I feel like I've known you for like several years, and this is like the first time I've ever like officially been on that thing called the Bond Experience. You
Well,
might have heard of it.
that's true. I mean, you've stalked me. You used my tailor and my hair cutter, and you're thinking about moving to my town. So
Is
other than
it
that-
pretty sad that I literally go to the grocery store, I get my car inspected, I go to the tailor, I go to the barber, I go to it's the best Wendy's in Pennsylvania. Let's be honest.
I'll
It
take
is.
your. I've never been, so I'll take your. I can't eat the fried food. Listen, no,
Thank you, man.
it's a huge compliment, but most of all, this is about hacking our lives. This is about sharing information. So the fact that you're utilizing those things is a joy.
I'll drive 40 minutes for John the Barber any day.
Yeah, you will.
As should you.
Yeah, you. We want to thank Tom Ford for today.
Yeah, we want to thank Tom Ford for letting us be in the dressing room where Daniel Craig sat.
And that's
and-
it. You got to try on the poster tuxedo today.
Well, you
we'll show
said
some
it.
pictures.
We'll
Joe
show some
Darlington will edit that.
pictures. Yeah. No, it's great that the No Time to Die poster came out today, regardless of if you like it or not. We got to put on the Shelton tuxedo that he wore.
We
It was
did.
amazing. We chose a 46 short over a 46 regular.
By we, you mean you, yeah.
As in
yeah,
me,
yeah.
I mean Matt Spacer. If you've heard of him, he looked amazing in it. And James Bond Canada,
Bit of an insult to say
aka
if you've
Jeff
heard of him, but go
Wybo
ahead,
and
keep
Murray,
going,
they
yeah.
looked amazing in
They
it.
did.
Trying
Jeff
to think-
Wybo's a model, so yeah.
I think Jeff buying it
I
right
think
now.
Jeff Wybo left. No, he is buying the tuxedo.
Buying it right now.
Yeah,
so.
Jeff
But
Wybo's buying
thanks
the
for
tuxedo as we did
thanks
this.
for having me on today, man.
Thank you. Harris, this is great. If you are so inclined, and why wouldn't you be after this discussion? Because how enjoyable is this guy? Go to Instagram, go to Dressing Like Bond, look for that incredible, it literally is the shadow form of him with his like Draco, like, is it Draco beard? No.
Everyone calls me like a Hugo Draco.
Hugo Drax. I can't believe I said
Hugo Drax.
Draco.
He's pretty
People
sad.
are cracking up on the side because they're like, Zaritsky, do you even watch
It's a little thin today, I'm going to be honest with you.
What do you mean by that?
It's trimmed up a little bit.
Are you losing your hair?
I am.
Is that the sickness because of the fried food?
It's cancer.
Wow, we just went dark. Everything was happy until then. Anyway, on that note, this has been David Zaritsky.
Harris Thomas.
Really? Has it? And we will see you very soon. Take care. Thanks for watching this episode. If you want to be up on the latest from the Bond Experience, just click on this subscribe and subscribe to our channel. You're going to get all the latest and greatest information, plus some exclusive content. And by the way, speaking of content, here's something especially for you, just because we know you. Talk to you soon.